So when I was I was trying to feel into what would be an appropriate way to close out this program, um, I was stumped. I was like, what is it that really needs to be said, to be experienced? And aliveness is really what came through. So I forget who I was talking to, but there was a guy was asking on a call I was on. He was asking about what to do with all of the energy and chi in his body now that he had been doing these breath and movement and awareness practices for a while. Um, and he was like, yeah, I have all this energy moving through me, and so what am I supposed to do with it? And it occurred to me that the only thing to do with it is to come alive as it. So when you start to open up the channels in the body so that energy can move a little more clearly, more energy can move through it, and you start adding energy to it by doing these breath practices, these kundalini practices. Maybe you're doing qigong or meditation, whatever they are, you're adding fuel to the fire. So now it can move through the body and you have more of it. So there's going to be this, like, a desire to do something with it, which is great. And I say, come alive as it. And it's not always about coming to life as ecstatic dance. The truth about feeling more and having more capacity is there's more capacity for everything. The field of experience becomes wider, and some of the lows are lower, the highs are higher, but you're feeling everything. And so come to life as whatever is true. And I believe that is what the world is wanting. That's why embodiment work and this particular brand of men's work is so powerful, because it creates an aliveness in the body that is magnetic. Like not just in the realm of relationship. This is not just for, attracting a partner. This is about becoming more magnetic for the world, and also becoming more magnetic for the kinds of energy that want to find their way onto the planet and need a vessel. So things like purpose, things like love, things like desire, devotion, those kinds of things want to find their way onto the planet. So it's almost like you could imagine they're floating around. And if you are the type of vessel that can hold them, they're going to find you. And then your job is to come alive as them. The last thing that the world needs is a bunch of muted, stoic dudes walking around. Now, it's important to have meditative capacity, and right, but that is not what we're trying to train. It is not just the capacity to sit still. Now, that's an important capacity, but it's the whole range of capacity. And then once we've cultivated that range, I believe it is our duty to come alive as it. Through consciousness, yes. Like, yes, there's a consciousness element, right? We're coming alive, not just through some spontaneous set of reactions to whatever's happening in front of us. We're aware of the field we're in. The body is full of energy and life force, and now we come alive as it. That could be that you're having an experience walking down the street where you're just overcome by awe at how beautiful the blossoming trees are at the spring. And your body just becomes alive as awe. Could be that you see something really heartbreaking on the street, something sad. Maybe you see two people breaking up in a cafe, right? And maybe your heart just comes alive as grief for the loss of love. Or maybe, this is a tough one for me and most other men I know, you're just having an incredibly awesome day. And rather than just walk around holding that all to yourself, come alive as it. Like maybe it walks in a certain way. Maybe it has a sound it wants to make. It doesn't mean that you have to run down the street screaming. There's plenty of room in between, but it certainly doesn't look like you walking around thinking to yourself, today is really awesome. I'm having a great time. Like, come to life as it. Alive as, alive as, alive as. And so, my question for you is, what do you want to be alive as? Like, what is this moment in your life calling for you to be alive as? So yes, there's the spontaneous being alive as whatever's real for you. But there's also the scanning of your life and going, what am I being called to be alive as?